Guys, make sure you put on your hats and buckle your seatbelts because mommy is home. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here on YouTube, Squared Circle Uncensored. SQD Will here with you with another review. Guys, mommy is home. Let's go. We've been waiting to get this figure in the wild for so long. Check back a few videos. Our massive toy hunt. I believe it's the Hardcore Heaven toy hunt. We got this Rhea Ripley. We actually found two of them, but we only needed one for the collection. Been waiting for this for so long. Missed it so many times. Finally, they started popping up in the wild. We were lucky to be there, get some. And yeah, guys, let's do it. We're gonna get right into her. We're gonna break her open, baby. Let's go. All right, guys, mommy is out of the box. Whew. And let me tell you, she's great. She looks amazing. However, she's a little fussy, and we're gonna get into detail about that. But first, I wanted to show you the box real quick, guys. So here we go. Standard Mattel WWE Elite style packaging. For this 2024, you got Rhea's image there. You got the back here. You got Rhea Ripley here. Certified authentic, legalese, and the figures in the line. The Judgment Day's mommy made Zelina Vega's dream to become the SmackDown Women's Champion at a nightmare at Backlash 2023. Career highlights: Women's World Champion, Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion. So there you go. Nice box. Let's get it out of the way. Let's take a look at the figure, guys. Okay, guys, so this Rhea Ripley is a little fussy, as I was saying before. I'm going to bring her into view here. I'm going to drop the camera just a little bit so we have a better view of mommy herself here. So, love Rhea. Love the sculpt. Love the intricate detail on this figure. I do want to mention that she does come with some accessories, too. Let's mention that real quick. She does come with the WWE Championship. I think this is the SmackDown's Women's Championship with the Rhea Ripley plates. So now I got your Rhea Ripley plates finally on here on both sides for mommy, so she can wear the title proudly, and nobody else will have this title. I do wish Mattel would you would be able to have multiple plates in like one championship or something. I don't know, and then kind of just make plates and then pop them in and out. That would be cool. I don't know if that's something they could do. I don't know if it would be cheaper to do that, but I'm assuming they already have this piece. But yeah, it's probably not cheaper to do that. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's just like, all right, we'll just go that route. So you get the belt, and then you also get some C grip hands, guys. Normal C grip hands for the figure. You know, nothing crazy. There's a C grip, and then here's the tattooed C grip. Here, let me get this right here. Tattoo with the C grip. So again, nice detail on the hands. Whoop, there they go. We're uncensored, guys. So looking at mommy out of the packaging, she looks great. Got no complaints. I did have to kind of work around a few things here. To start, we're going to start with, we always go head to toes. So we start with the head. I did have to remove this. This choker piece was too high on the neck, making her look, even when I put it down, she just looks too, in my opinion, her face is too fat or too big. It just doesn't look right. I think she needs more neck showing. So what I did is, just to get away from that, and I'm going to put some tack in there, I'm just going to raise like the head off the ball joint just a tad. Oh man, it's tough. It wants to slide right back on there, guys. But that is my fix so far. There's no movement too in this joint, just to look. I mean, you're getting no movement in the head, so it doesn't really matter. Only just side to side. So, like, I just rest it, just like right on there, just like that, and she just looks a little better to me. I don't know, just with the neck, some of the neck showing. I think she just looks a little better. But again, you can get some tack and really put it in there, and it'll look a lot better. But for the purposes of this review, I'm just going to throw it on there on top, and you can see a little bit of her neck showing, and her face just looks a little bit better. It looks less bulky, it looks less fat, and that's what I want out of my Rhea Ripley. I think this is a more accurate kind of a look for her. So there you go. She's got the Judgment Day tattoo on the face. She's got the obviously plugs for the earrings, the slick back hair, which is cool, which was at Backlash 2023. Obviously the choker, which says Mommy on it. And then as you work your way down to her arms, I mean, you have all this great tattoo deco hits and stuff like that, which, you know, Mattel has some of the best in the business, you know, even on this. Oops, sorry guys, hit the camera. Guys, we're going to get better with our reviews. So I do want to say this is my second time recording because my voice wasn't in sync with my last recording and I have no idea why. But anyway, regardless of all that, let's get back to the review. So you can also see, like, obviously you can get all these great tattoo deco hits and stuff, but you also see this great little raised molded detail on a lot of her gear as well. So especially on her bra piece and stuff, there are just a little bit of molded details in here with paint hit on them, with the buckles and such, and some of the rhinestones, which look really cool. Some of the leather belts and some of the chains and stuff are like that are molded on the figure. As we work our way back, you get that same detail too, with a little bit of like paint hit here and there, and it looks great. I mean, I think they did an incredible job. You have Dom on the back here on her tights. And then you go down the legs and you get all the tattoo work in here as well. You have obviously the mesh kind of tights that she has on, the mesh, and with all her tattoo work underneath, the see-through mesh. And then you also have this garter, which we'll talk about a little bit later because it's a pain in the butt. And then you have all this nice molded detail on the boots, high boots. You got the buckles in there, a little paint hit on those. Some of the buttons have some paint hit on them as well, which are great looking stuff here from Mattel. And now we get to the articulation. Obviously, we have no articulation in the head. It's a side to side. And once you raise that off the ball joint, that head too, if you want a little bit more, just a little less fatter look on the head, you're getting no movement. Even side to side is going to be hindered. I love butterfly joints here in the Ultimates. And obviously in these Elites, you're not going to get that style of articulation. And with that said, obviously, you're not going to get the arms resting on the sides like you should. You get that more V look, which obviously, I mean, I just don't like in this day and age. But you're going to get also the standard Elite's articulation in all the arms and in all the legs as well. There you go. On both legs, it goes the same. And then you have this Mattel ankle joint here, up and down, side to side. I don't like their ankle joint. I think there's too much gappiness in it. It's almost like the McFarlane stuff. See all that gap? And you can't push it in or anything, and it just looks odd. I think they need to remedy that. I mean, you can push it in a little bit, but I mean, it's so gappy, guys. Look at that. Look at how gappy that is. I mean, again, engineering is where I think the Mattel figures have to do a little bit more work, especially with their Elite line. They have to, you know, incorporate more Ultimate Edition stuff or just get this like refined. This is not as seamless as I would like it to be for one of these figures, you know, and I'm pushing on it to try to get it up in there again. And it's like, you could see there's space. The engineering on this thing is not good. These Elites really, I mean, for the price point though, you're getting great deco but the engineering is gone for these figures. So with that said, in the end, I think it's a great figure. However, without further ado, let's talk about this garter. This stuff was all, I mean, like this in the packaging. You know, so you have to pull this thing down, right? And it doesn't feel like it's gonna snap because it's obviously like a more pliable plastic. But man, I feel like over time, if you have to keep fussing with this and you keep it stretched out, it's just gonna be brittle or become brittle and break. I don't have any faith in this piece on this figure. I just like, you just have to keep fussing with it and fussing with it. Just get it the right way. And then it moves. Every time you move the legs, it'll move a little bit. And I don't know, man, I'm just not a fan of this piece on here. I don't know what you could do with this scenario other than this. Like I said, I don't think it's going to break, but every time I want to move it down further, it just seems to want to move back up or it gets in my way when posing. So with that said, it's a little bit of a hindrance to the figure. That is it for basically articulation and deco-wise, what Rhea looks like. We're going to come back around and show you some comparison shots next to Dirty Dom and all the others, some other figures as well, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're going to bring in some other figures just for comparison purposes next to Rhea. And what do you think? Is she in scale or not? There's Dirty Dom. I don't know, man, guys. I just don't think she's in scale. I think they really, 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 sorry, I'm trying to get them to stand there. I think they missed on the scale, guys. 100%. This figure is not in scale. Let me bring in another wrestling figure here. We'll just bring in a Braun Breaker because he's relevant. Right, I got a Braun Breaker sitting over here to the side. Let's bring a Braun Breaker in here with the title. I just don't know, man. I just don't. And this is what I'm saying with Mattel. Mattel is usually spot on with scale, but their figures look very cartoony. I mean, they look real, but they're cartoony in some aspects. Like we're going to show you in a moment against an AEW Jazzwares figure or Jazzwares AEW figure what we mean by that in this photo. So, I mean, there's Braun. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You let me know in the comments below. Do you think she is out of scale? Because I do. Let's bring another figure in. Let's bring a McFarlane figure in. This is more of their like Batman kind of 66 line. So it's smaller than their 7-inch stuff. It's about 5 to 6 inch. You know, I think 5 POA. They're just basically larger 5 POA figures. I think they have actually more than 5 POA. They have 7. But there you go. That's Catwoman. And then here's a McFarlane regular 7-inch figure, DC Multiverse. There's a Harley Quinn. Oh, if she can stand, we may get the shot. She does not want to stand. Another problem with McFarlane figures, never want to stand. Even if you take them out of your display perfectly and then put them in another place, they're just not going to want to stand. They're just notorious. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying so hard. Oh my gosh, I don't think it's going to work. But here we go. I'll just put her next to you here. She's just not going to stand. I'm going to have to repose her. It's going to take time. So there you go. That's next to the Harley Quinn. McFarlane, Toys, DC Multiverse. Let's bring a turtle in. Why not? Who cares, right? NECA, TMNT, Michelangelo. Next to both of them. Just so you get a little bit of an idea of maybe you want to mix and match your turtles or something. Who knows? You know, do a little fun stuff. There's a NECA TMNT. That's the pizza. It's the pizza series turtles. Let's bring in a Jade. Not a Cora Jade, a Jade Cargo. Jazzwares, AEW. As you can see, I just think she's undersized. Even next to the AEW Jazzwares figure, she just looks undersized, Mami. Okay. And I mean, look at that. All right. And final, last but not least, this is my favorite Jazzwares AEW women's figure to date this year. The Toni Storm, original Toni Storm. And again, I think just she's undersized. I think Mami's undersized here, guys. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. With that said, we're going to end it here. Thanks for joining us for another review of the Mattel WWE Elite 110 Rhea Ripley. Mami's home. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, obviously. Always like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. And we thank you all for your support. You can also follow us on Instagram and whatnot at SQD Circle CC. We're Squared Circle Uncensored here on YouTube, baby. Be here and be squared. So we'll see you on the next review.